Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome to Gashis Kamen TV, the tallest man in Back Africa. Ukichunguza siasa za UDA, one would be mistaken to think that Kenya is having a general election next week. Ukichunguza vizuri sana, utaona ya kwamba hakuna tofauti kati ya soko au soka ya wendawazimu na kile ambacho tunashuhudia katika chama kinachotawala. If you look at William Samoei Ruto's party, the party that is in turmoil, the party that is in its deathbed, one would think that politics is just a matter of life and death. If you look at the way William Samoei Ruto is handling his party, you realize that William Samoei Ruto is not a very good manager. Not a very good manager at all. Kwa sababu uongozi wake wa chama cha UDA umedhihirisha wazi wazi kwamba ni kiongozi asiye na ruwaza, ni kiongozi asiye na mwelekeo, ni kiongozi who is a lot to be desired. From Nyeri to Kiambu, all the way to Kisii, everywhere, everybody is talking like a madman. Every party leader from Cleophas Malala, the Secretary General, who came drunk with power from China, baada ya kutumia pesa zetu kule China, after enjoying life with a big spoon in China, that he has gone to learn about the Communist Party of China. Sasa anakuja na anaanza kutoa hotuba kali sana, hotuba ambazo hazina miguu wala mikono. If you listen again to Mutahi Kahiga, the governor of Nyeri, the way he responded, kusema kweli, it was a madman's volley. If you listen to everyone in UDA, you realize that it is a conglomeration of guys without a vision. It's a meeting of people who don't know what should be done, how it should be done, and when it should be done. If you look at the party leader is rudderless. The party leader is clueless. The party leader is powerless. The party leader is one person you cannot actually even understand properly. If you look at the party elections that are taking place in UDA, then you'd see a very good definition of disorganization. If you listen to Nairobi governor lecturing Rigathi Gachagua, his boss, then you understand why I'm saying ni soka ya wendawazimu ama ni soko ya wendawazimu. If you listen to him very keenly, you see a man who has no respect for his boss. You see a governor on the loose. You see a governor who has been sent to attack someone who is so senior. When you listen to these people, then you understand why William Samoei Ruto is not achieving the objectives. And what does this type of leadership, what does this mean to a country? Because that is the basis of our discussion this morning. It means that investors can only run away from Kenya. And for sure, investors are running away in doves from Kenya. Some of them are saying it is because of punitive taxes. But when you look at the way the government of William Samoei Ruto is managing this economy, is managing our businesses, then you see that Kenyans have all the reasons to vote this government out. Ladies and gentlemen, it can only mean that this government has no plan. If you look at the way they are operating, politically speaking, you see a team that has no plan. You look at the government and see the way it is operating. You look at UDA machinery. You look at the UDA activities. You look at what is happening in UDA. You see a government that has no idea of what should be done. You see a government that there is a lot to be desired. What is likely to happen is that this government does not even actually require an opposition, which is very, very interesting. The government is opposing itself. Leaders rising against leaders. Deputy president against the president. The president against the deputy president. Party honchos against each other. And the political temperatures of this country can only be higher. You see a government that cannot provide way, that cannot show way when it is needed. When this country is crying for leadership, it is a time these guys are fighting each other. When the president and the deputy cannot speak in one voice, when the deputy is being undermined by his juniors, then you understand what political instability means. Because I'm looking at UDA. UDA is an epitome of cluelessness. UDA, ukiwatazama vizuri sana, at best, they show that they are in a competition to acquire resources. They are in a competition to control every facet of our country. You see a group of people who are very, very impatient. Very, very impatient. They cannot even give each other time to do what they are supposed to do. They cannot even be satisfied with their small offices. They want more and more and more. If you look at the leadership style of William Samoei Ruto, it is a kind of leadership where we call laissez-faire. Let people do what they want. Let nature take its course. It is a survival for the fittest. It is the animal's farm. It is everyone for himself and God for us all. If you look at William Samoei Ruto, we have had so many scandals. And these scandals tell us that the government is not very keen on what is happening. That the president himself is not having a firm grip of his party. When you look at the way sometimes some of these CSs even talk to the president, you ask yourself, how come these guys don't care? In fact, these guys don't care. They can say anything. They can do anything. They can call each other anything. They can abuse any media house using any kind of derogatory language. They don't care. They have no etiquette. They have no manners. They have no respect for the voters. Now, they are trying to bring another finance bill, and they are forcing it down our throats, even when they themselves have not read. This country is in a dangerous trajectory. This country is headed in the wrong direction. The driver amepoteza mwelekeo. Wakenya wamejifuga mishipi, lakini dereva hamna. Gari nzuri, dereva hamna. Taniboy hamna. Abiria wazuri, barabara nzuri. But now what we are experiencing ni soka ya wendawazimu. Allow me to finish like Paul would always finish when writing to the 7 churches. The peace of the Lord that surpasses human understanding be with you. Bye-bye.